Hello there and welcome back to Great Britain. So, the last couple of episodes I've been very sloppy with my gameplay. It has been horrible. We lost the war against Bohemia. Mostly just because I was an idiot and didn't end it early enough. As a result of that, or probably I should just call it straight out punishment. Punishment for that, of course, has been that I've lost most of my army. I am currently in a position where I basically have to rebuild my entire country. And what we will be doing during the time that I'll be rebuilding and I'll map out, regenerate, things like that, we're going to be moving, most likely, the colonization efforts way more south. We're going to colonize the island here, or this area here, and use these as more or less launch operations for attacking Gujarat or India. And we're also most likely going to go after Japan by colonizing Taiwan and the Isles in this area. So, again, it's just for the achievements, having India under control, having Japan under control, and I believe there's a couple of others that I might actually go for, but we'll see. As of now, I don't really know much else to do. When it comes to the Roman Empire, it's going to be rough taking no matter what I do. Cologne is a little bit too big to vassalize, I think. Yeah, they're probably a little bit too big. Lunenburg shouldn't be a problem to vassalize if I end up in a war with them. Saxony, not a problem either. The only problem, of course, is that they're a vassal of Bohemia. And Lunenburg is free, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I can actually drag them in by attacking Burgundy, so that would be wonderful. Other than that, we have Salzburg, which is, well, small, but Austrian allies, so it could potentially be an issue. I might actually have to attack Austria to make that work. Ferrara, a small country here, could definitely be useful. Attacking Tuscany, could actually bring them in. Tuscany is potentially a target due to them having a border province here. And Bar is a vassal of Austria, so we will definitely fight Austria if I end up going off the Holy Roman Empire tile, and I very well might. I'm a little bit unsure how we'll deal with Sweden, but we have to do it some way or another. So what we'll be doing now, I think, is just try and get ourselves up to level 17, go for offensive ideas, and hopefully then have what we need to beat them. We'll also during this time most likely fight Castile and Aragon for some of their provinces too. But with that said, as per the original plan, I'm going to rebuild my country from scratch here most likely, and hopefully I can make something work out of that. We'll probably also upgrade our navy pretty soon, so I will not be building too many vassals. But all in all, we should be able to make something work. There's also apparently some nationalists here that I might have to march up and deal with. Apparently, these guys don't want to do that themselves. But I also have this explorer, so we're going to colonize the coast here, just close it off once and for all, and then we're going to focus solely on Africa. So that's the plan for the future, and my apologies. I hate Java updates because they always prompt the. They actually put me out of the game because they prompt the admin rights thing. This is the second time they actually fired a update during my recording on mine, so that's pissing me off. But as we're saying, that is the plan for the future. We're going to make sure that we take this area. We're going to most likely fight Aragon, Castile, and probably Austria, Bohemia, Sweden down the line. But for now, we have our targets, and we are just going to try and get our country back up and running, and hopefully it'll happen without any problems. We'll see how it plays out. Well, this is kind of interesting here. Cologne actually handed over one of our cores to us, so they do at least like me, and potentially that could definitely help. Unfortunately, I can't peacefully vassalize them because they're elector, but most importantly because they're an archbishopric, so unfortunately I can't do anything with that. Well, on a positive note, however, Netherlands is now small enough to be vassalized, but I think I have to do so by force. No, I can actually do so peacefully, so why not, to be perfectly honest. Have they actually given up any calls? No, so have they called on Zealand, on Brabant, Gelre, and Utrecht, so vassalizing the Netherlands isn't that bad of an idea. It could actually be very, very useful. So I think what we are going to do is actually improve our relations with Netherlands here and attempt to vassalize them if I can. And that is the keyword, if I can. I'm also creating some smaller armies. I'll be creating 3,000-4,000 man armies that I will be sending down south to replace the mercenaries, save up a little bit of extra cash, and they'll basically be used for colonization purposes in Africa. 4,000 men for, well, every more or less siege. I'm also very tempted to just go after Mali once and for all. Take both Kea and Gabu, just to, again, close off the coast. And we're probably going to do the same thing with Benin. Take these 3 provinces and thus secure the coast for ourselves. Benin is kind of a troublesome, well, foe to do that with because I have to take everything. So I'll have to consider if it's actually worth it or not. But we'll see. It'll be considered. The Ottomans will potentially also be an issue to deal with if they end up going east. So far they haven't, so I'm fine for now. But as I said, I'll be building some armies. We'll be sending them south to do some colonization duty, and hopefully I can vassalize the Netherlands peacefully here. We'll see how it goes. I'm also going to start doing some more focused conquest, I guess I should say, in the area here. Because Chicosov has quite a bit of land, so it could potentially become a problem if they actually get themselves, well, westernized. So we're going to play it, we're going to attack them prematurely here. Uruguay actually became war leader, so I might have to march up here and do something about that, but for the time being, we should be fine. I'm also tempted to most likely send a regular 20,000 man troop to have in this area just to help with conquest. Again, eliminating some of the mercenaries that I'm currently employing. But it actually, again, it depends. I'm also going to most likely try and take these 3 provinces here if I can pull that off. So there's a lot of potential conquest that will be happening here, but for the time being, it should be fine. I'm also going to, again, as I said here, we're going to send 12,000 men to Africa to take over, well, the colonization duties and, well, defense more or less, so that should also be fine. I'm currently also sending a ship and an expedition to map the, well, route to Gujarat, so that should also be fine. Other than that, not really that much else happening. I think I'll also keep on building a little bit as long as I have cash, but we'll see. There's a lot of things that could potentially change things up a little bit. Diplomatic Tech 14 has been reached to Gallius, and with that I can now build, well, Galliuses. They probably won't be built though. We'll be saving up money because our next level diplomatic tech will be getting frigates and galleons, and we'll have to do an upgrade to, I think, our entire navy. I could always wait until level 19, but I think we'll do a small navy upgrade right there and then. It'll probably be a little bit helpful and useful. I also just realized that I was wrong. There's actually another colonial region here, and that is colonial Louisiana. So I'll have to handle that, but it should be fine. It's just another one, and there's probably then, I would presume, one here too. So it'll be 2 more colonial nations, and also, of course, the one that's here. I have no idea if it's actually part of La Plata. Doesn't look like it, so we'll have to deal with that. Prestige, that is basically the biggest reason why I have solo prestige, and that is the, as I said, the colonial nations. But all in all here, I will still be going after these 3 provinces from Chickasaw. I've started the coring of these 2 provinces. I need 5 cores in the area, so we'll probably colonizing quickly to get that extra colonial nation, and we're making some move from there. I have also, as you can see, sent another army down here to help. So with that, we should definitely be in the driver's seat for, well, for mostly anything. We're also going now to move these 12,000 men down south, and I'm going to use them, as I said, to hopefully colonize this area without too much fuzz. Simply have to see how it plays out, but I'm pretty confident I can make it work. Rather than wasting a load of military points here, we'll be opting for taking military tech 17, the flintlock musket, which gives a boost to cavalry shock by a whole point. Unfortunately, as I said, I would have preferred to wait, but unfortunately I couldn't. So I guess what we'll actually do is speed up to reform Tertiary Gustavian. In other words, we're going to speed up to level 19 military tech. If we can get there before Bohemia, we'll probably use that to our advantage. Castile has actually started colonizing it, so I need to get rid of them right away. It's not really a problem, I can just hand it over. But that also hints to that they can potentially start colonizing down here, so Castile just put themselves on a list I don't think they want to be on, but they put them there themselves. I will probably force Naples to release the nation here if I end up in a war with them. So that is fine. Let us fabricate a claim on Alicante, I think. Do I already have a claim on Alicante? I actually do. Well, I guess what I will be doing then is fetch my transport fleet. We'll be moving this one up north again. And we'll be placing probably all our troops on the Castilian border. We'll probably attack Aragon after that. I would have preferred to wait just a little bit longer though. But we can always wait and see. I guess we'll go for gain a foothold in the Indian trade for now. Gives me a lot of potential conquest targets too, so that's not a horrible. But as you may know, I'm currently focusing on the New World. I'll probably move these 20,000 troops back home though, just to be safe that I can actually beat whatever I actually end up end up in a war with, more or less. With Nevers, no, I'm not interested in an alliance with you. Sorry, Nevers. I could peacefully vassalize them, but again, right now it's not really. I don't have too much of an incentive to do so. I don't see it as important to put that tiny nation, so to speak, under my wings, almost. But yeah, the war here should be done now. Let's see if I can actually get the 3 provinces that I want: Tuskegee, Chihaya, and Catawba. Unfortunately, I can't get that. Can I get it through Iroquois here? Yeah, and it's actually far cheaper, so that works great. It's kind of weird that the several nations of war. As you can see, I'm actually at war with 3 nations here. If I were to just argue with Iroquois, I'm going to not get as good as a deal as if I... No, sorry, if I was just to argue with Chickasaw, I will not be getting as good a deal as I can get here with Iroquois. And I'm not idea why it's actually working this way, but again, it's kind of surprising, no matter how you look at it, that I can get all of this so easily, when usually I wouldn't get anything at all. That's how it stands. Could potentially vassalize Iroquois, but I don't think I want to. We'll just go for this deal. It is going to be a little bit harsh on the overextension for the nation, but I think they will be able to manage that. And of course, if I keep these 20,000 troops in, I can guarantee that they will manage that. And I think I might just do that again to keep things in check. Ottawa has actually broken free again, so we need to rectify that with a war right away. Did they actually manage to create wars? They didn't. So I should probably have paid a little bit more. Paid more attention to that area, but it doesn't matter. I'll be marching these guys up to Ottawa, and we'll be killing them off right away. So again, we need to get rid of Castile. We need to get rid of Aragon. The fact that Castile is already colonizing is bad enough in its own right. So I definitely need to get rid of them before they become too much of a problem to deal with. So I think I'll be marching my armies down there very soon. Now I'm a little bit unsure if I were to have war now that Cherokee will be allowed to actually join. I'm a little bit unsure on that matter, but I don't think so. No, I will not give you Mecklenburg, and well, it's still going to take time before it's a cool. Lord of Denmark wishes. Well, that's fine. Anyways, I also have the legitimacy issue that is currently causing a lot of revolts, so hopefully here Dudley can get himself a legal heir. Bagratoni, which house is that? Actually, a Russian house. That would actually be wonderful. Imagine this: if my Dudley dies now, I get a Bagratoni onto the throne, and then I can wage war on Russia for the Russian throne. That would definitely put me in charge, but that is just dreams of grandeur, more or less. But as you can see, I've also lost lots of cash. I had a event which was a stability hit, or I lose about 1,000 ducats. So I choose ducats, unfortunately. But as I was saying, we're going to just continue colonizing. We're going to continue building our country back up again, and hopefully it won't be too long before we have done just that. We'll see how it goes. William Shakespeare, English poet, dramatist, and actor William Shakespeare is often called the English national poet and considered by many to be the greatest dramatist of all time. His plays written in the late 16th and early 17th century were small repertory theatre and now performed and read more often and in more countries than ever before. The prophecy of his great contemporary, the poet and dramatist Ben Jonson, that Shakespeare was not of an age but of all time, has been fulfilled. Glory to our nation. Well, a little bit of too prestige. I find it hilarious that Shakespeare is giving me a measly 2 prestige while I could potentially win a battle here against any other nation rather than the rebels and get, well, 5. So I'm a little bit down that it's just that little, but I guess it's fine. We are going to. I have actually created another 20k army here for the sole purpose of fighting Castile. I need to get them out of the out of colonization race. Unfortunately, I think we'll also wait 5 years before we take that next idea. We can just save up military power during that time, so it's not really an issue. But first and foremost, here we are going to upgrade our diplomacy tech, and with that, we've upgraded to level 15, the galleon. With that, I get new ships, galleon and frigates. So I really need to upgrade my navy right now. I think, but I think I'll wait. Also, I don't have that much cash at the moment. Colonial range increased by 50, naval morale by 0.4, maintenance by 20%. Not the best, but I can live with that. Anyways, we are on a good way up here of becoming, again, seafaring and strong. Hopefully I can deal with Castile and Aragon quickly. I think I will go for, well, conquering the entire isle just to make things look a little bit prettier. I also can't have the, well, Netherlands got Zealand back, and with that I was suddenly out of my range again. But I'm very tempted to either become part of the Empire, or become in charge of the Empire, or destroy it. That is kind of where I'm sitting right now, since a lot of my vassalization targets can't be vassalized due to that. If we were to check military-wise armies total, Russia is still in lead, 1,000 over the Ottomans, then myself. Austria doesn't have that many men really, which is a little bit surprising, so if I were to attack them, I think I could win. The problem, of course, is all of their allies. And the funny thing here is, last time I checked, Russia is actually going to join. So if you consider that into every equation, we will most likely have the Russians marching over there, killing everyone. So that would be wonderful. But again, I'm kind of hoping that Dudley here will just die. I actually have him as a general. He is running around up here, and hopefully he'll be killed by a native. Yeah, I just want him to die so I can actually get the Russian dynasty on the throne, and then potentially get the Russians under my control. But we'll see. For now, however, we'll end it here, and we'll continue next time. We'll probably find both Castile and Aragon then, and we'll continue our colonization down the African coast, and hopefully I'll be able to reach India. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye!